In this video, we're going to turn this petrol-powered Dodge Demon into the world's biggest radio-controlled drift car. This is the most realistic Dodge Demon radio-controlled car that you can get. Just like the real Dodge Demon, it's rear-wheel drive. We've got actual working disc brakes inside. Let's have a look inside. This thing is a work of art. It is fully carbon fibre and aluminium. There's the engine, rear exit exhaust, double wishbone suspension. Problem with it is, just like on the real Dodge Demon, it is very difficult to drive and it just wants to spin out and go in circles and it tries to kill you. So let's quickly take it for a spin and I'll show you what I mean. And then we'll turn it into the world's biggest radio-controlled drifting car. So first of all, we've got to chuck in some fuel. This is a special spout. Apparently, you just shove it in the hole and it just fills up just like that. Not going to put too much in there because we've got to work on it. Pump it up to get the old fuel in there. But then choke. Oh, hold on. And kill switch. There, green light now. Man, this thing is such a handful to drive. Definitely needs some gyro or something. It's so difficult to keep in a straight line. You can't drift it, it just wants to spin out and kill ya. So now, let's turn it into a drift car. Here's an actual radio-controlled drifting car. It is tiny in comparison to the Demon, but we can get some ideas from it. So this Lamborghini is also rear-wheel drive, just like the Demon. The suspension is very soft, so I think we need to make the suspension softer. Steering angle, check this out. It goes almost to 90 degrees, whereas the Demon only goes to barely 45, but it looks like we should be able to modify it. We got the pivots here, the same as on this one. It's just hitting on the sway bar, which we can remove because this drift car hasn't got one, and it's hitting on the shock, which I think we can just move it further in and then cut this little piece off, and that will give us more steering lock and also make that suspension softer. Then in there we have a gyro. What the gyro does is if the rear end steps out, the steering automatically corrects, keeping it automatically into a drift. We can fit a gyro to the Demon too. Tyre wise, these are plastic and really hard, whereas these ones are rubber. So I want to try drifting it first on rubber. If it doesn't work, we can put drain pipes on there, 3D print something. We'll do something. So that's enough waffle. Let's get wrenching. So here we can see this realistic disc brake. It's actually a really clever system. You can lock just the front wheels, like a line lock, and then rip a burnout with the back wheels. So that is where the wheel hits it. So we cut this off and then drill and tap it here to mount the shocks further inboard. And also got to grind a little bit off of here just to give it a bit more steering angle. If you look on this side, look, when that steers, that's where it hits. So I'll set up a competition and one of you guys can win a brand spanking new one of these. There's a choice of colours that the winner can choose from and I will ship it to the winner for free. So check the link in the description box to find out how. Next up, we've got to drill a new hole and then tap it so we can thread the shock into it. So this here is a tap and it puts a thread into the metal. And now we can fit it back on. And now we can put the shock back onto its new position. And next up, the other side. Boom! Got it all back on there now. And now we got this much steering travel. Still not nowhere near as much as a drifter, but I think this is as much as we can reasonably get. Maybe in future we can look at it, but I think it will need a complete redesign. If we look down here, this steering arm is maxed out on there. To get more, I don't know, it's going to be literally a complete redesign of the whole car. Next up, because these shocks are moved in now, they're fully bottomed out. So I'm going to have to move this shock up and make it a little bit higher. Over here I did a little whoopsie, I done it up too tight and snapped it off, so that's a problem for later. But for now, I reckon we get a bit of this aluminium, just cut a little piece off, bolt that on there, move that up. Oh, slight problem. Where I've mounted the shocks inboard like this, it's now hitting the steering. So I think we're gonna have to mount the shocks here. Boom! But we still need to fix that, and we can't see how nice the suspension is going to be until that's on there. But it does feel a lot softer already, and that's what we want. But anyway, check it out. A lot more clearance now. That wheel can steer all the way over and clear the shock. It can go all the other way and not hit on the arm down there, look. And we're right on the chassis here. So if we want to go more, it's going to be a lot of work. We have to cut the chassis, but the main thing is it's actually stopping on the mechanism here now. We could grind a little bit of this carbon fibre away, get a tiny bit more, but I think for now I just want to see how it drives. Next up, I want to fit a gyro. For that, I'm going to use these just released Perfect Pass gyros. It's supposed to be one of the best in the business. Let's get it in there. Oh, that didn't work. Oh dear, quality engineering. I want to have the gyro on the outside so we can mess about with it and not have to take the lid off every time. So now we can see if it works. The steering still working. So if it is working, if I move the back of the car round, these wheels to try and stay in the same direction, hopefully. No, it's making it worse. But we got a little switch here so that we can reverse it. So now look, we move the back of the car over. The front wheels try and stay in the same position. Then up here we've got a dial that does the gain. So the gain is the sensitivity. So if you put it to 0, there's no correction at all. And then all the way around gives it lots of correction. Too much correction, it's going to start fishtailing. So you want to get it to the point where it just doesn't do that. And hopefully this thing is going to drift really well. Oh, it might completely suck. We'll see later in this video. Anyway, I snapped that one and Scotty's just snapped that one. Sorry. And this is not coming out.
No, it isn't, is it? We're going to have to just grind that flat, and drill.
I don't know what's going on. We used a proper tap, the proper size drill bit. The tap went in and out really easily, and then the screws just bound up. I'm no bleeding engineer, just trying to wing it. So let's drill a new hole, I suppose. There we go, we fixed it. We drilled a new hole, drilling tapped it again, and now we're all on there. So the front, a lot softer now than it was before. The sway bars are all off. Coming around to the rear, we've got to take the rear sway bar off next. And then I think we can test it out. And then later on, Scotty has designed these sleeves here on the 3D printer, and he's printing those there now. So these are the drift tyres. Clever old Scotty. Let's get that rear sway bar off. It's rounded off. Right, well, it's not coming off then. But if we remove this plastic link, it's going to behave as if it's off. What the hell's going on here? Right, it's off. So now, with that disconnected, it's like it's not there. So let's try it as it is, and then a bit later on, we make the drift tyres. See how they get in. Oh, it's not. It's stopped for some reason. It's been raining out here, so it could be a perfect opportunity to see how it drifts. It's driving a lot better, but it is still spinning out, so we need more steering angle. It's kind of doing it, but not really. It still spins out too easy, so I think we've got to make some adjustments. What I'm thinking is, where the steering is hitting on the inside there, it would be nice to get more steering lock. So what if we took this whole thing off, spun it round, and then maybe, just maybe, this arm here would clear and go above it. But it might not, but we've got to try. Also, notch the chassis out, because looking back at the video, that wheel was digging in and locking up. Hopefully in this video we're going to get it drifting. Scotty has fired up the 3D printer again. Now will this whole contraption come out? Oh yes. So this is with this on upside down now. That is a lot more travel than before. Before it went to about there, now we can go to there. We can also grind a piece off of here to get even more. I think the next issue now, we're going to hit the shocks again. That's how much more steering we've got. We can adjust these links here and bring the wheels out. A lot of drifters are wider on the front, and we can also camber the wheels. So Scotty's going to get on with that, and I'm going to get on with finding a nut and a bolt to put on this steering arm, because it's going to be quite a reach. Look, we've got to go all the way from there, all the way to this. So I found these longer bolts here. Trouble is, these are M6, this is M5. M5 is a bit of a dodgy size to get unless we go on the internet. So we're just going to drill and tap it. Next up, we've got to drill and tap this piece. Now, all we got to do, put these on there, and then the long bolt to reach from there up to there. So this is what we were thinking, however, we thought wrong. Because where this long bolt is here, as soon as that steers over, it's going to hit the steering arm there, and that's it. Now we've got another idea. What about get rid of all that servo saver attachment and go straight onto the servo like that? Trouble is, we keep cutting bits off of the car, and it's stopping us from going back to how it was before. So we kind of got to roll with it now. We've also got to extend this servo arm so we can bring these arms out. So I'm going to cut a piece of aluminium, and then we can get both of these on there. You'll see in a minute. So this piece here, I'm thinking is going to bolt on there like that. And these steering arms can bolt on there. That's also going to give us more angle here, like on the proper drifter. And that's going to give us, hopefully, more steering angle that way. Yes! Also, we're going to change the servos. I've got 110 kilo perfect pass servo here. These things are monsters. Look at that, it's even called a monster. I use these on my Raminator trucks. They got so much power. And I think because we're extending this, it's going to require the more power. So let's get it in there. Boom! Fits in there perfectly. Man, this project's gonna work. I've got a good feeling about it. Next up, we've got to make a hole to attach the steering arms onto here. And the next place where it's going to rub, so we've got to cut the chassis, we can do that in a minute. Scotty's making the car a little bit wider and also giving it a bit of camber. Also got to cut the chassis. That goes that way. Cool. And over here, we've got our prototype drift sleeve complete. So it's just a prototype one for now. We've got to see if it fits over. It was a different colour, by the way.
Because we had to change filament halfway through because we ran out.
Ah, is it going to fit?
If we had something we could just lever it on with.
Abuse the side cutters.
Come on. Get in.
You want it tight, but at the same time, not too tight so it won't go on at all. Oh, is she going?
Yep.
Oh, stand on it. Get the old bit of heel action on there. Oh, we're on. So this one here is hollow because it's only a prototype, so we can't actually use it. So next up, we're going to print something that's solid, and we've run out of black filament. So we're going to go with red. Just done a little bit of work off camera, so we ground this down a little bit more. We ground a little bit more off of the knuckle there. So now it's getting loads more steering. It's going into that recess there, into the chassis. However, when we steer the other way now, it's hitting the shock. So I think what we're going to do now is take it all apart again and just move this shock over a bit, drill a new hole, and that's going to give us more room there. And then we're going to have to notch the chassis as well there, and probably the arm again. But it's getting more and more. Right, let's quickly move it over. Boom! There we go, shocks in, arms grinded or ground, the chassis notched, ground a bit more out of here, and now look, check out that steering angle, it's getting more and more, and we can still get a little bit more. If we just adjust this camber a little bit, bring the wheels out a little bit. So look how much steering we got now. I think we're just going to lose the front brakes. We don't really want them for drifting anyway. So now look. All spins. Man, this has got some angle now. Got to drift well. It just has to, hasn't it? Because we've given it more camber, moved this all out, I'm not sure how the body's going to fit. So we might have to trim it a little bit to make it work. I can't find the hole. Where's the hole gone? So now that we've got the extra width, it is sort of rubbing a bit up here. We could just cut it out, but especially once we've got these bigger tyres on that have just printed out, we're going to need to cut quite a lot out, but I don't want to ruin it. So what I'm thinking is we can pull this body out slightly from the bottom, cut a little bit, also heat it up with Razzie over there, and just try and just get this out a little bit. Now we've got to try and get it on the tyre. Is it going to go on? Oh my God. Go, foot action. Oh, she's in. So now, we've got even less room now. So I'm just making some chassis outriggers to try and push the edges of the body out a little bit. Next up, we've got to grind a little bevel on here because this is just going to dig in. I'm hoping we can just grind and let it spin.
Oh no!
I think that will do for now. We've got those little plates under there, but with this bigger tyre, we are still going to need to do quite a lot of work here. So we've got Raz on the go. We're making it ugly, that's for sure, but we're getting more space there. It's definitely hitting at the front here. We lost the scissors, so we've got to do it with this.
And bring it around here.
Possibly. I don't know.
There you go.
Hold on, look. Here they are. I think we're going to leave it like that for now. It does turn all the way. Look at that steering trouble, man. That's got to drift now, hasn't it? That with the gyro and everything. So we're going to do the other side. And then we're still waiting for more tyres to come out of the printer. So for now, we're just going to do the other side, put the rubber tyres back on, try and drift it because it's raining outside. And then we're going to put the proper drift tyres on it and then properly give it a go. Look at that spout. Auto closing, not a dribble. And apparently, when it gets to the top, it stops flowing as well, doesn't it?
It does.
Look at that steering angle. It has to drift now, doesn't it? Oh! Just fell out the bottom here. We've done too much camber.
Oh!
Off camera, we just put on some more Scotty, put in some longer bolts in here. So now we've got this thread in here by a decent amount. So hopefully now it's going to work. Ah, damn it, what's happened now? Oh, I haven't broken it off again, is it? I've bent them. I reckon because it's got so much steering lock, it's digging in and bending it back. I think we'll probably have to put drift tyres on it. We'll see if it drifts anyway. Oh no! What happened? It's definitely drifting better and better, but we can still make it a lot better. Try to straighten that. Hopefully it won't snap. Perfect.
Have you went?
Yeah, you out there. So hopefully these will do just enough just to test it on the drift tyres, and then later on we can get some high tensile ones to put in there. But as a temporary measure, I'm thinking if we just get a couple of nuts and just wind them on there, it'll just help it not bend, won't it? Hang on, quick away. Boom! Hopefully that's going to make it a bit stronger. It might snap now though. We'll see in a minute. Got the last tyre nearly finished. Then we can go rip. Yes! And just like that, it is ready. Boom! Boom! Check this thing out, man. Please work. We've got the tyres, we've got the suspension, we've got the steering, we've got the servo, we've got the gyro. It has to drift, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. It's going to drift.
It's got to drift, doesn't it? I think we need a bigger location, and it keeps stalling as well. So let's have a look, get it running properly, and then bigger location. Cut! Get that bad boy charging. So the engine has been stalling a lot, and it might be because the battery's flat. So let's charge it. So a little modification here seems to have worked. The drift tyre seems to be working really well. We got the gyro working. All we need now is more space. Boom! Bigger location. Please work! It's way too slidey at the moment, but as the tyres bed in, they should become a little bit more grippy. It's too slidey. Can we take them off?
Take them off.
Oh! What happened? They appear to be way too slidey. What about a different material? TPU, is that more flexy?
TPUs are rubber.
So could we use that?
We could do, but it probably wouldn't be the same. Well, it would be just the same as the rubber wheels, the rubber tyres.
Might be a bit less than in between.
Possibly.
I think we should let Scotty have a little go.
Oh dear.
Just tug away.
Tug away. Oh dear.
So Scott is definitely a lot better at drifting than I am. I'm doing it! Doing it! Now that the tyres are bedding in, it's actually giving it a bit more grip. Actually starting to work. Not really sure though why it keeps stalling. This car is getting better and better, and I would say we're about 90% there now, but we've still got room to make it even better. So I've set up a competition where one of you viewers can win a brand new one of these, not this one that we've butchered up, a brand new one directly from Primal RC. They do these in different colours, and the winner can choose whatever colour the winner wants. They do red, purple, green, there's more colours as well. I'm going to put a link down below in the description box. I will ship the car to the winner anywhere in the world for free. So click the link down below in the description box, and a brand new Primal Dodge Charger, Challenger, Demon, whatever you want to call it, could be yours. But anyway, with this one here, it works pretty good. It's not perfect, but there's definitely room for improvement. The front suspension I think is pretty good, but we've got to make the back really a little bit softer as well. Still quite hard on the back. I think these 3D printed tyres are almost too slidey. So there's a different material. Scotty's not here today, but I think in his box of filaments, there's one called a TPU, and it might be this one here actually. Yeah, TPU. And this is a lot more rubbery. So it's kind of going to be in between the plastic 3D print and the rubber. It's kind of going to be like a middle ground. So that could make it drift perfectly. We got the steering lock, we got the gyro, we got everything else. With a little bit of fine tuning, I think we can get this perfect. I'll have a little chat with one of the guys at the local club. There's a few pros that do real car drifting as well down there. We've got Harris and Lee. And I think if we let one of those have a look at it, we should be able to get this car dialed and be perfect. But that's going to be for a different video, because this video is long enough. So subscribe if you want to see that video, and I'll see you soon in another video. Click on one of these videos here and I'll see you there. Bye-bye. Do you want to win one of my RC cars? Click here. Click here to subscribe and become part of the crew. It's free. Or click here to see one of my other videos.